There are many challenges about materials into a sustainable industry. Basically, you need to use materials which have a low CO2 footprint. You need to use materials which are not necessarily renewable, but with accessible reserves, accessible mining. You need materials which you don't need to transport too far away. So there are a number of questions that you are going to ask to materials. In order to be incorporated into products, you have to keep in mind that materials are the things which make things possible. Your dreams might remain dreams, or become a reality, or turn into a nightmare because you don't have the materials which are available. So that means that the companies which will work well will be also the companies we will have access to materials which make performant and sustainable products. Well, the very first lesson to remember from the past years or the past decade, that the idea to have an industry without factories is just a pure nonsense. I mean, you have to make things in order to be able to sell them. And I think that's something which is absolutely key for your student to understand. The action of making things is part of the action of selling them. That's not something that you can delegate to someone else. That's true from economic viewpoint, that's true also from sovereignty viewpoint.
Yeah, CO2 valorization is essential for the industry for two reasons. One is, of course, because the industry is emitting CO2 and it has to limit this. Furthermore, it also needs CO2 as a new source of carbon, because the problem is that when we will not have any more fossil fuels, we will still need sources of carbon to make a lot of chemicals that we need in the industry, in the society, like pharmaceuticals, fuels, solvents, and so on. The CO2 valorization is, of course, a difficult issue, is not still fully mature, and it requires innovation, research, development, and that's what industry is trying to do. For the marketing people, for example, if it is part of your question, is of course very important to really understand that CO2 is not just something that we have to avoid. It can be one solution to the carbon problem. All new technologies in the energetic transition requires a combination of multiple disciplines. I mean, if we want to, for example, take the CO2 valorization issue, I mean, it's a combination of organic chemistry, using electricity, and this electricity should be low carbon, of course. So the innovation absolutely requires that the new young engineers and researchers have the potential to combine all these expertises, and this is very challenging.
Well, first, the relation between the academic research and the industrial research is very important. That's the very first thing. Basically, the difference between fundamental science and engineering science is that in one case you understand for understanding, in the other case you understand for making. But in both cases you have understanding. And that's also very important for your commerce students or your marketing student to think that research in industry is not a line of cost, it's a line of investment.
One would like that everybody knows everything scientifically, but this is impossible. So each one, I mean, the engineers, the professors, the students, but also the marketing people have their own expertise, and they have to go together. So it's a very difficult issue, actually. They have to work together. And I would say that today, this is not enough.